Hi, I'm Marty from SPL, and on behalf of Pure Wave Audio, I'm going to take you through some of our new gear. If you haven't seen it, we have some pretty spectacular things, in my estimation, that I think you'll enjoy. This is our mastering equalizer. It's called the PQ. This is the one that Bob Ludwig has. This is a surgical instrument, and what makes it unique is not only is it that specific to frequencies and getting into little nooks and crannies, but also it's totally automated. So this will remember all your switch moves and all of your knob moves, but the whole thing is analog audio, digitally controlled. So for example, if I come up here and I take that preset, you'll see that everything moves here. I'll do that again for those of you in our studio audience. So here's another one. So there you go. So you can see all the switches and the knobs. So you can totally recall anything in a mastering session. Okay, that's the PQ. Then we have our another passive EQ. This one is interesting because we modeled it. It's our, how should I say, our ode to a pool tank. This is all passive, but it's 120 volt rail. This is also 120 volt rail. All of our stuff that we do on the upper end are 120 volts. That means essentially what it boils down to is we think it's the highest order of analog audio. So it has the most detail of any analog audio you've heard at 120. This is like a passive, so you have to do this the old way. You have two channels, and if you change something here, you have to change something there. Also 120 volt, and the way it's laid out is, here are all your boost frequencies, frequency of boosts, and here are all your cuts. So the boosts and cuts laid out on both sides, and then a high boost Q is here. This is a wonderfully warm sounding EQ. This thing sounds so nice. Matter of fact, Barbra Streisand, Dave Reiches, who did Barbra Streisand, used this for the 2 mix of the Barbra record. This is our rack pack. Now this is our format. This is our format of a frame, and we have different modules you can load it with. You can load it up to 8 different modules, and so in particular right here we have, in this one it's our Dynamax, which is a compressor, a little compressor that sounds real good based on one of our hardware pieces. Then this one is our twin tube processor. This is very, very popular right now. I don't know if you know a film mixer named Hans Zimmer. Hans has 5 of these rack packs, and he swears by the twin tube. He did Angels and Demons movie and shaped the entire orchestra with the twin tubes. So then we have our EQs. Now what makes these interesting, we have a vocal ranger. The vocal ranger is just in the vocal range. So if you're dealing with voices, you can go in and really tweak just the frequencies that affect the voice. Then here we have a full ranger, which was a full range EQ, and one we don't have here is what we call the bass ranger, and it's all for the low frequencies. So you can get real specific in all those 3 different ranges. This one is, we have 2 different mic pre's that come with this. One that's we call our premium mic pre, and one that's called our preference. The preference is an excellent mic pre, same mic pre that's out of like our gold mics, which we're pretty popular for. And then the other is our premium mic pre. The premium mic pre has run out transformers in it and everything we know about mic pre's. So this is the best mic pre that we can make. Then we have something that we're pretty known for. We took the Transient Designer and we put it in rack pack form. So what you have here are 2 Transient Designers, which are linkable like it's Big Brother here. So this is a great package. Now we have a new version of this called the Rack Pack 500. The Rack Pack 500 will hold 4 of our format racks, and then 4 of API 500 series. Now we don't make any modules in 500 yet, but we do have the ability to house 4 500 modules and 4 of our modules in this same rack. This is our Frontliner. This is a new piece. This is a front end piece, like a channel strip. So you have the SR compressor limiter, EQ and tube saturation, and of course mic and everything. What makes this piece unique is that you can take the de-esser, the compressor, and the EQ and treat them as standalone units. They all have inputs and outputs on the back. So you can use them internally linked, or you can use them as 3 separate units, which is a nice little creative thing. Then we have the Transient Designer, the original. This is the original 4-channel Transient Designer. This is pretty, most people know about it. It controls transients. You can add to a transient and sustain, or take it away. You can add attack, or take attack away. A phenomenal tool that pretty much everyone, A-list producers and engineers, have to work with this. They love it. They think it's a must-have piece. Then we have the Channel 1. The Channel 1 is something we've had for a long while, and we simply, when we came out with the Frontliner, we changed the look of it. There's a couple of little extra tweaks in there, but this is a complete mono channel strip. Then we have something we've had for a long time. This is the Vitalizer Mk2T. Now this is something that SPL has a patent on, the Vitalizer. It's a psychoacoustic type box. You can, instead of like adding bass and taking bass away, you can tighten the bass or loosen the bass. So it sounds like a big marshmallow, or it sounds like a very tight unit. It has all sorts of nice frequencies. It's a great piece. And this piece just came out as a plugin. So we now have the Mk2T as a plugin. And the next one we have is the Charisma. The Charisma is like a tube overdrive, so you can get 2 saturation effects with this. And that's basically, it's a 2-channel device. Down here we have the Mixdream. This is our summing device, which we sell an awful lot of. This is 16 inputs in, stereo out, and 16 inserts, as well as the stereo expander, and it has a little peak limiter in it. This is a great box. It sounds great. So if you're working in the digital domain with Pro Tools or whatever, this is a giant toaster oven. We have won more shootouts with all the well-known people that make summing boxes. So basically, that's the whole shoot match of what we have in this rack, and more to come.
Hi guys, my name is Salman from SPL in Germany. I'd like to show you the Phonitor here on the NAMM show today, and the Auditor. These are 2 headphone amplifiers. Specialty is that these headphone amplifiers work on a 120 volt rail. That means we're pretty much doubling the headroom that has been used so far on any kind of design. It's pure class A. The Phonitor has a specialty that allows you to mix at home while your kids are sleeping, and you still can get mixes that translate to speakers. Now that is something that we always have a problem with. You work on headphones, you suddenly, next day you listen to what you did, and it sucks. So why does it suck? Now the problem is that the speakers actually are in front of you, not to the side as with speakers. So all the relations in terms of panning, the amount of reverb that you put onto the mixes, they're all changed. And you think you got fat guitars on your headphone, put it onto the speakers, and they're thinny. So why is that? Now, in order to make the work at home more useful, we invented a few things in that Phonitor that allows you to select the speaker angle, the liveliness of the room, as well as the center level, to adjust so that you, while setting this calibration up, you listen to your favorite audio and take on the headset, take it off again, and fiddle with a few controls just to make it match as good as it can possibly get. Once you've done that, forget about these features and just use it as a headphone amplifier, and you will see your mixes will translate. Now, not all of you may want to use this. The Auditor still has the 120 volt trail technology and full headroom up to 30-40 dB, but it doesn't have all the gadgets that you see on the Phonitor. So this is just a very, very plain, ultra clean, high-end headphone amplifier. That's it for the day. Bye-bye.